Welcome to CMU, class of 2029 plus. Woo! I am Jennifer McCurry, the university's Program Director of Religious and Spiritual Life. For many of us, it is passion that has brought us here to CMU. We each have our own unique combination of talents and curiosities about the world around us. They inspire commitment in us and invite us to great dedication. It is almost as if we are rooted in passion, this year's orientation theme. Our sparks of academic passion and excellence may have brought us to this place, but to thrive anywhere, we need to develop roots. In the book, Lessons from Plants, plant biologist Dr. Beronda Montgomery describes, the roots of plants branch and develop root hairs, long, thin roots that reach down and out to search for nutrient-rich, well-watered soils. In response to soil chemistry and environmental conditions, these roots adapt in structure and growth levels. Through them, plants make sure they're getting enough nitrate from the soil, which then enable them to send shoots up and out. And these shoots will facilitate important life processes like photosynthesis and reproduction. We humans are just as adaptive as plants. In new places and communities, we get to know the environment around us, the expectations and resources. The roots of our identity ground us in a new place. We develop relationships with one another, including people with a wide variety of identities, gifts, and passions. Together, we seek to maximize our mutual growth and well-being. This week, you have been beginning this adaptive process. You've been learning about this academic community, getting to know the people and the resources in it, and sending out root tips that will grow and help you thrive here. Drawn by your passion, may your roots grow broadly and deeply in this place. We all look forward to celebrating our community's beautiful growth together. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend McCurry. Good afternoon, class of 2029 plus and new transfer students. Welcome to Convocation 2025. My name is Creighton Arrington, and I'm one of this year's 8 head orientation counselors. It is an honor to welcome you to Carnegie Mellon alongside university and college leadership, faculty, staff, and members of the CMU community who are thrilled to celebrate this moment with you. Just a few days ago, we introduced this year's orientation theme, Rooted in Passion. It's a fitting theme for many reasons, but especially because this year marks the 125th anniversary of Carnegie Mellon's founding. We're taking this milestone as a moment to reflect on where we come from and how that connects to the energy that drives our work. Rooted in passion means learning about where you come from and letting it guide where you go. It means being grounded in your purpose, even when that purpose shifts. It means not only putting your heart into your work, but working where your heart is. And it means allowing your curiosity to lead you to collaboration, because passion here doesn't grow in isolation. It takes root in housing communities, research labs, classrooms, studios, and from time to time, in 20-degree weather, painting the fence. Today's convocation ceremony marks the formal beginning of your academic journey at CMU. Over the next few years, you'll push the boundaries of what you thought you could do and who you thought you could be. You'll surprise yourself, and sometimes you'll stumble. But if you stay connected to your passion and to your community, you will always find your way forward. Today, you'll hear from CMU leaders and faculty who are all here to support and inspire you. The first of these speakers is Jim Garrett, Carnegie Mellon's Provost and Chief Academic Officer. Prior to his appointment in this role in 2019, he served as a member of the CMU faculty for over 20 years before becoming the Dean of the College of Engineering in 2013. Provost Garrett is a lifelong Tartan, having received his bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees in civil and environmental engineering from CMU. Among his many recognitions and awards, Provost Garrett was elected to the National Academy of Construction, is a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, and is a distinguished member of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Please join me in welcoming Provost Garrett to the podium.
Thanks. Thank you, Creighton, for that very kind introduction. And good afternoon, Carnegie Mellon class of 2029 plus. I want to give a big thank you to Creighton and our other head orientation counselors for creating such an engaging experience for our first-year students. Let's give these folks a big round of applause. It is my sincere pleasure to join President Jahanian, our deans, and university leadership in welcoming you to Carnegie Mellon University. Each year I get excited for Orientation Week because you can feel the energy of a new academic year beginning. I hope you are enjoying the excitement of the first few days on campus as you begin this new chapter. Of course, at one point or another, we all experience some anxiety or uncertainty about new beginnings. But at this moment, as I consider the multitude of backgrounds and talents that I know is in your class, I am confident that each of you has an extremely bright future. As Creighton said, I myself received 3 degrees from Carnegie Mellon. I left Pittsburgh for a few years and eventually came back as a faculty member in 1990. And as Creighton said, I never left after that. I had and still have such a deep respect for the unique culture here, for the people, of course, the academic rigor, the collegiality, and for the unlimited research and creative opportunities that our students have. Carnegie Mellon has unquestionably influenced my life in ways that would not have happened at other universities. And for that, I am truly grateful. And you surely have your own reasons that brought you here to Carnegie Mellon. Maybe you were drawn to this campus for our excellent fine arts programs. Or maybe it was to... There you go. That's okay. It's okay to clap. Or maybe it was the opportunity to learn from the world's most brilliant designers, scientists, engineers, and thought leaders. And thought leaders in the humanities, social sciences, policy, and business. The bottom line is that most of you chose CMU precisely for its outstanding academic reputation. You expect us to deliver an exceptional education, and we promise each and every one of you that we will deliver. I'm glad you agree. Every year at Convocation, it is our tradition for the provost, me, to quote our benefactor, Andrew Carnegie, when he established what we now know as Carnegie Mellon University. Our university's story began on November 15th, 1900, when Carnegie wrote to the mayor of Pittsburgh announcing his wish to establish a technical school. He wrote, "If the city of Pittsburgh can furnish a site, I shall be delighted to furnish money for such a school. There are many questions to decide involving investigation, careful study, and much labor. But I am in a position to assure you that my heart is in the work." And with that letter, this university began, and the phrase, "my heart is in the work," became our motto. and I'm confident that this phrase will come to resonate in different ways for each of you. In 1905, the inaugural class enrolled 120 students. Most attended part-time in the evenings after work, and more than 90% hailed from Pittsburgh. Now, over a century later, your class looks a little different. This year, nearly 35,000 students across the world applied to be a part of this incoming class. And of those applicants, 1,824 of you enrolled and are here today. That's about 5% for those mathematicians in the audience, which makes it all the more special that you are with us here in this tent today. Your class hails from 45 states, plus Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, and 44 countries across the globe. And 17% of your classmates are first-generation college students. You are all now part of a global community steeped in a tradition of excellence in education, research, creativity, and scholarship. Today, you join our community, and we are a better university because you are here. We are committed to your success, and we will work hard to make sure you have an inclusive, supportive, and excellent experience while here. As you start your journey, I encourage you to immerse yourself in the culture and activities that CMU has to offer. We have a hands-on approach to learning, and your active participation will lead you to success both in and out of the classroom. Reach out to your professors. Tap into the knowledge of your academic advisors. Take advantage of the resources right here on campus, like the Student Academic Success Center. They are here to help you learn at your highest capacity. And I look forward to seeing you on campus and in the classroom as we get the year started. I wish you all an amazing first year here at Carnegie Mellon University. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the Undergraduate Student Senate, Francesca Kane. Francesca is a senior hailing from Morgantown, West Virginia, some West Virginia folks here, great, who is studying both electrical and computer engineering and biomedical engineering with a minor in social and political history. Please join me in welcoming Francesca Kane.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Carnegie Mellon. I hope Orientation Week has been full of energy, new connections, and also some moments to slow down and take it all in. I wear quite a few different hats here on campus through my academic departments and through the fraternity and sorority community, but today I'm here as your undergraduate Student Senate President and co-president of Student Government at CMU. I want to share a little bit about where I come from because it's shaped both the way I lead and the way I approach challenges. I grew up in Appalachia, mostly in West Virginia. On my dad's side, I'm a 10th generation West Virginian, actually. If you've ever been there, you know that nature is not something you visit. It surrounds you. One of West Virginia's most famous taglines is "Wild and Wonderful." And while that's often used for tourism, it's also a fitting description of the people I grew up around. Resourceful, resilient, and deeply connected to community. That background taught me a few things early on. Life isn't free of hardship. Things break, plans change, and sometimes the systems around you make it difficult to move forward. In those moments, you keep going by leaning on your people and using your voice to make sure you and those you care about are heard. Those lessons have stayed with me here at CMU. This is my second year serving as undergrad Senate president, which means it's also my second time standing here to welcome a new class. Last year, I came into this moment with a lot of optimism and offered advice about choosing your own adventure, embracing change, and holding on to the parts of yourself that matter most. I still believe that, but those words came from someone who hadn't yet lived through one of the most challenging years of her life. My junior year tested me in ways I didn't anticipate. I faced profound personal losses and betrayals, professional and academic disappointments, and a workload that often felt impossible to manage. I watched nearly every week as national headlines announced massive funding cuts and program reductions in my chosen field, biomedical engineering. It was the kind of year that forces you to rethink what you believed was absolutely certain about your future. In challenging times, I've often turned to literature. One poet I've carried with me since middle school is Mary Oliver, who writes about the human condition through the lens of the natural world. One of her shortest poems, Everything That Was Broken, has been a constant reminder for me. Everything that was broken has forgotten its brokenness. I live now in a sky house, through every window the sun. Also your presence, our touching, our stories, earthy and holy both. How can this be? But it is. Every day has something in it whose name is forever. When I read this, I think about the way hardship feels permanent when you're in the middle of it, but almost never is. The shattered pieces fade, the weight lifts. What's left are the moments that last, the people who showed up, the stories you lived together, the sense of meaning you found along the way. And when I think of this past winter, I do remember the tears, the panicked emails to my professors, some of them in this room, and the times my grades looked like alphabet soup. But more importantly, I remember my friend Megan, now a double CMU alum, who cooked dinner with me every day for a week to give me something grounding to do. I remember my friends in student government and the Panhellenic Executive Council who answered my frantic calls and texts at any time of day, gave me rides home to my apartment in Shadyside on the coldest nights, and had a never-ending supply of hugs and it will be okays. I remember the outstanding support system I found through the various student affairs and research offices, who are just a few of the staff members who make Carnegie Mellon such a special place. Perhaps most relevant to now, I think back to when I was in your shoes during first-year orientation in fall 2022. I met someone who lived across the hall from me on the first floor of McGill, and we became fast friends. At any given moment, you could find us sitting on my floor blasting Midnights by Taylor Swift. And over the years, we took classes together, spent summers in Pittsburgh doing STEM research, and even to this day, still send each other far too many cringy Instagram reels. That person is one of your head orientation counselors, Cooper Bruno. Your time here will be filled with incredible people and opportunities. It will also bring stress, uncertainty, and challenges you didn't expect. That's part of life, part of growing up, and part of going to college. But the way you move through those moments matters. Now, more than ever, you must grow your voice and not be afraid to use it. I know this can be intimidating, but it is important that all of us, even the shyest among us, feel comfortable speaking up when we need help, saying yes to what energizes us, and saying no to what drains us. It means standing up for your beliefs, for the people and causes that matter to you, taking up space in every room you have the opportunity to be in, and being unapologetically yourself. Self-advocacy is not selfish. It is how you protect your well-being, shape your own story, and make sure your voice is part of the conversation. When you look back on your time here at CMU, you won't remember every deadline or exam. I certainly don't, and I still have another year here. But you'll remember the days that carried meaning. The name is forever moments that Mary Oliver wrote about. And you'll realize that even the hardest seasons gave way to sunlight. So, welcome to Carnegie Mellon. This is the beginning of a chapter that will test you, change you, and prepare you for whatever comes next. I challenge you to trust that what feels broken now will not feel broken forever. Hold on to your values and the communities that ground you, and use your voice. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Creighton back to the podium.
Thank you, Francesca and Provost Garrett. As students, we are honored to have your leadership this year. It is now my privilege to introduce our faculty speaker, whose work is deeply rooted in passion, purpose, and the power of storytelling. Dr. Etta Fields Black is a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, professor in Carnegie Mellon's Department of History, and director of the Humanities Center at CMU. Her latest book, Come Be, Harriet Tubman, The Combahee River Raid, and Black Freedom During the Civil War, and earned the 2025 Pulitzer Prize in History and the Gilder Lehrman Lincoln Prize, and has been widely praised for restoring voices long left out of the historical record. Dr. Fields Black will also be presenting as part of the President's Lecture Series on April 13th at 4 p.m., and we hope you'll join us for that conversation. But now, please join me in welcoming Dr. Etta Fields Black to the podium.
Welcome to the class of 2029. It is an honor to meet you and to welcome you to Carnegie Mellon University and to Pittsburgh. We are so happy that you're here. I remember sitting in your seats a few years ago. I'm not going to tell you how many. My secret. I was the great-granddaughter of immigrants from the Bahamas and granddaughter of migrants from South Carolina. So shout out to our first generation and international students. We see you and you have our support. Both sides of my family valued college, graduate, and professional school education. And I arrived at my college, Emory University's campus, a sheltered 17-year-old who knew, or thought I knew, what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I remember the mixed emotions I felt during my convocation. Excitement to be on my own, wonder to meet new people and embark on new experiences together, and apprehension to be a small fish in a big pond. My maternal great-uncle, who was among the first generation in our family to earn a bachelor's degree, always called college, and I quote, the greatest show on earth. You are beginning your own greatest show, one of the most intense periods of personal growth in your lifetime. And I'm going to share about 7 thoughts that I hope you'll remember as you do. Number 1, learn to live independently. Learn to wake up, get to class, and go to bed on time. Budget your time and your money. Keep your living space neat, organized, and clean, and dedicate a time and place to study. I was quite independent and accustomed to managing my own affairs, but I did have some roommates who did not, just saying. And this made living together difficult. Learning to live independently will help you function more efficiently day to day and get along with your roommates and friends better. And if you're struggling with living independently, your RAs and house fellows can help. Number 2, find your people and meet lots of new people. There are students from over 44 countries on Carnegie Mellon's campus. Somewhere, you will likely meet someone who is from your hometown. You will also find people who are from different places but share common interests. And you will encounter people who are totally different. I mean, totally. Though you have nothing in common, you may still enjoy working, playing, live together. All of this is good. And you should embrace both the familiarity and the newness. On any team, be it in the academy or in industry, diverse perspectives lead to advanced innovation, better decision-making and problem-solving, enhanced engagement, and just more fun. I made friends in my freshman residence hall, in student organizations I joined, and in my sorority. And if you are like me and Francesca, you will make friends in college who will be some of the closest friends of your adult life, because you're going through this intense period of growth and development together. Number 3, explore new things. You're arriving in your first year with a set of skills, beliefs, and interests. Take classes outside of your major and outside of your comfort zone even. Your advisor can help you to think through this. Carnegie Mellon has a diversity of course options, including the chemistry of chocolate, killer robots, confessions, lies, and gossip, and beer, a yeast perspective, in its roughly 80 undergraduate programs. And there are more than 400 student-run organizations. I came to college as a joint major in English and history with a pre-law concentration. I was also a flutist and planned to minor in music. Well, I ended up loving history more than English and trying things I had never done before, like writing for the campus newspaper, then co-founding a student newspaper, and almost majoring in classics. So try new things and know it is okay to like them, explore further, potentially decide to change, or alternatively, stay your course. Number 4, it is okay, even encouraged, to fail. My failure was music. I tried the gospel choir, and I went to one rehearsal with several friends who were members. When I tried to sing, my deep singing voice gave me away. The choir director stopped rehearsal, and he called me out. He said, "Who is that Barry White bass singing with the altos. And if you don't know who Barry White is, go to YouTube. I'm showing my age. That was the end of my singing career, okay? It was very brief. I went back to the wind ensemble, but I realized I'd been playing flute for over a decade. I wasn't good enough, okay? I loved it, but I wasn't good enough. And that I would always aspire and fight to be second chair. So I dropped it. I dropped wind ensemble and my minor in music. I also dropped my pre-law concentration, and in the process, disappointed my parents' expectation that I would come home to Miami, work for my dad, and ultimately take over his law firm. Well, my parents loved me no matter what, and I didn't turn out too badly, it seems. So it's better to figure out you don't like something or you're not good at something before you invest too much time in it. Number 5, use the abundant resources available to you. The Career and Professional Development Center, Center for Diversity and Inclusion, Global Communications Center, Office of Disability Resources, Office of International Education, Student Academic Success Center, and the Undergraduate Research Office. We faculty are also important resources. Come to office hours, knock on our office doors, stop us in the hall or on the quad. We're here to listen to you and help guide you as you figure this out. I could regale you with the stories of faculty whom I visited and updated every few months, sometimes every few weeks, with my thoughts and dreams and fears. I was a bit of a gadfly, but that's okay. And at the College of Arts and Sciences, there was a program through which undergraduates could take a professor to lunch. And I was a frequent diner, a very frequent diner. Number 6, use the city of Pittsburgh as your campus and your canvas. Cross the street and go to the Carnegie Museums of Art and Natural History, Phipps Conservatory, and Carnegie Library. Cross the bridge and take a class at Pitt. Or just go hang out at Pitt, Chatham, Duquesne, then get on a bus and go to the Andy Warhol Museum, the August Wilson Center, City of Asylum, the Senator John Hines History Center, and the World Affairs Council, just to name a few. I am often disappointed that Carnegie Mellon students don't get off campus more and don't seem to know how to party. Okay? Now, a party can mean many things to many people. To me, it means a little ho, hey, right? We're gonna get our groove on. That was the 90s. Sorry, I had a moment. And you can probably imagine that Atlanta was my playground. And my sorors and my girlfriends and I worked hard and we played hard too. So play hard in Pittsburgh. Last but not least, number 7, take care of your physical and mental health. I'm coming full circle with living independently and making sure you are well and whole. We need you to be well, fully present, and an active part of the Carnegie Mellon community. Your RAs, house fellows, advisors, faculty, plus staff and administrators, CAPS for mental health and student health for physical health, are all important resources. We're here to help you. There we have the greatest show on earth, and it's your show. You get to decide who are the characters, what role you will play, how you will respond to the challenges that will stretch you and push you forward, and how you will resolve conflict. and you get to decide who you will be when it's all said and done. You've got this, and you've got our support. Thank you. And now I'd like to ask Creighton back to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Fields Black, for your advice and encouragement. Earlier, Provost Garrett mentioned that Carnegie Mellon opened its doors in 1905 with a charter class of 120 students. When that class graduated in 1908, a bronze floor tile was placed in the entryway of Baker Hall to commemorate their accomplishments. Following that tradition, a tile is added to the floor every year to honor the most recent graduating class. Each year, we award the class tile to 2 first-year students who have been exceptional participants throughout the first-year orientation program. Our first recipient is Malcolm Harris. Malcolm is in the College of Engineering studying materials science and engineering and is a resident of Westcom. He was nominated for his consistent efforts to include others and build community, especially within his small group. Malcolm's peers and leaders note his enthusiasm and strong community spirit, which inspires those around him to participate and engage more fully in orientation activities. Our second recipient is Yeji Huang. Yeji is in the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences and a resident of U Tower. She was nominated for her initiative and leadership during her small group activities, where she stepped up to encourage her peers to participate. Her willingness to step outside her comfort zone in order to support others embodies CMU's values of collaboration and integrity. Her orientation counselors found her example inspiring and worthy of recognition. Now, I am pleased to present your class tile to the class of 2029 plus. The tile that was just presented will be passed through each of the colleges during your time here, and it will serve as the physical embodiment of the roots that you have placed here. By the time you reach commencement, this tile will carry the memories of the entire class of 2029 plus and bear witness to the impact you have made across the Carnegie Mellon community. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce President Farnam Jahanian, a nationally recognized computer scientist, entrepreneur, public servant, and higher education leader. Dr. Jahanian has had a huge impact here at Carnegie Mellon, especially for his passionate engagement of students and dedication to improving their experience on campus. He and his wife, Tris, are also proud parents of a CMU alumna. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Farnam Jahanian.
Good work. It's time to learn now. Thank you. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you, Creighton, for that introduction, and also thanks to you and your fellow head orientation counselors for all of your hard work this week and for your leadership. Thank you. I also want to take a moment to recognize all of our speakers today, including our Provost, Jim Garrett. Jim, thank you for all that you do, for your leadership. Thank you as well to our professor and Pulitzer winning prize author, Etta Fields Black. Etta, thank you again listen to everything that I told you. Now, good afternoon. Carnegie Mellon class of 2029. I saw you on Sunday. I can't believe it's been 5 or 6 days since I was standing right here welcoming you and your family members. I do have a question for you. By the way, can you turn up the light a little bit for a second? Is there anybody in charge of the lights? Oh, thank you. Awesome. You can turn it down in a second. So I have a question for you. Are you still excited to be here? Oh, that's really good. Okay. How about another question for you? Are you glad your parents and family members have finally left Pittsburgh? Is this being recorded, by the way? Okay. I am joined. You can turn down the lights if you want. I am joined on the stage today by members of the university's leadership team, including, of course, our deans, associate deans, vice provosts, and vice president. But one of these leaders already knows you quite well. It's Keith Garrett, who is our interim vice provost for enrollment management and our interim dean of admissions. He and his hardworking admissions team reviewed nearly 35,000 applications this year. In fact, this team is the reason you are here today. Keith, where are you? You're back here, right? Stand, Keith. Would you please? Anybody else from admissions here, please stand. Our students want to thank you. Thank you again for amazing work that you've done and this great class that you've brought to Carnegie Mellon. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to everybody who made Orientation Week such a success. This includes, of course, our Dean of Students, Gina Castellino, and Vice President for Student Affairs, and her entire team. I won't mention everybody, but the success of Orientation Week really depends on the enthusiasm of so many people. Please join me thanking Gina and her team this year. This year, hundreds of students, volunteers, staff, and faculty members assisted with over 260 orientation events. And 145 resident assistants, community advisors, house fellows are helping you settle into our first-year house communities. These teams have one job, and it's still underway. They are here to welcome you to CMU and help you thrive during your earliest days on campus. This crew includes 146 orientation leaders also, and orientation counselors who have cheered you on over the last week, as well as, 8 outstanding head orientation counselors who deserve a turn in the spotlight. Can you turn up the lights again for me, please? Okay, counselors, when I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Ready? Because they're up here? Great. Cooper, Hammerschlag, Boss, and McGill. Creighton, Welsh, Henderson, Scoble, and Maggie Moharses. Kenichiku, Fifth Avenue. Mahitha, Donner House. Tatiana, Stever House. Taylor, Morewood Gardens. Tyler, Mudge. And last but not least, Yunji E-Tower. Let's hear it one more time for our head orientation counselors. Okay, one more group I want to acknowledge. I want to acknowledge members of our Activities Board Technical Committee. What did you... Well, they are back there. Check it out. They got the spotlight on them. The team of students is led by Mia Kong and John Subramanian. They've provided technical support for all of the orientation programming this week in the tent. Thank you again to the members of this committee. Let's hear it for them. By the way, nice job on the lighting back there. Over the last several days, you have already begun to absorb the CMU culture and learn the rhythm of campus life. And of course, when you start to hear bagpipes, that usually is a cue that something special or ceremonial is about to happen. And today is no different. Today is the official start of your college experience. The next several days will undoubtedly be some of the most transformative of your lives. You will form long life friendships and grow in countless ways and discover passions that ignite your academic and professional careers. CMU will change you, and you will change CMU. As I mentioned during my welcome address on Sunday, you have arrived at Carnegie Mellon at a pivotal time. The future is constantly evolving, driven by rapid advances in digital technologies, including generative AI, and access to unprecedented amount of data. And it's not just technology that's changing. As new innovations and ideas percolate across our society, we increasingly rely on the boldness of visual arts, music, and theater to process where we have come from and envision where we're going. It's truly amazing to think about what the future will bring. It's such an exciting time to be a student, to have the world and all of the opportunities right at your fingertips. As you begin to make your mark on our campus community, it's important to recognize the immense power and impact of your voice. Free speech is foundational to democracy and central tenet of higher education. It's also most effective when accompanied by sincere desire to connect with and understand others. At CMU, our students, faculty, and staff have never shied away from exploring complex or controversial issues. In fact, we have a history of leaning into our differences and using them to drive deeper conversations. At Carnegie Mellon, we all bear responsibility for ensuring that our campus is welcoming and that we treat each other with dignity and respect. By embracing free speech and working hard to build bridges of understanding, our community can set a standard for the rest of the world to follow. Now, class of 2029 plus, in just a few moments, I will formally present you to your deans and officially start your CMU journey. This is a big moment. So, let's take a second to appreciate where you are and the journey you are about to embark on. Look around. Savor the sights and sounds. In fact, I encourage you to do this throughout your college career. You probably heard this by now, but college goes by fast. So every once in a while, stop and remind yourself that you're exactly where you want to be. This is a magical time in your life, and you have earned this rare opportunity to expand your horizons alongside some of the most gifted scholars on the planet. So once again, congratulations and welcome to Carnegie Mellon. Now, here comes the fun part. I would like to ask the incoming students to stand, if you're able, when I announce your college or school, so that I may present you to your dean and your school and college leadership. We're going to start with the College of Engineering, so get ready. We should turn up the lights a little bit so we can see everybody. Great, thank you. Will the students from the College of Engineering please rise along with the dean and college leadership? Dean Kumar, and college leaders, I present to you the College of Engineering class of 2029. Congratulations, be seated, please. All right, here we go. Will the students from the College of Fine Arts please rise along with the dean and college leadership? Dean Poole, Dean. Okay. All right. Dean Poole and college leaders, I present to you the CFA class of 2029 and 2030 for architecture. Congratulations. Jim, it's going to be a long evening. Please be seated. All right. Will the students from the Bachelor of Humanities and Arts program, the Bachelor of Science and Arts program, the Bachelor of Computer Science and Arts, and the Bachelor of Engineering Studies and Art please rise along with their deans, college, and school leadership? Dean Poole, Dean Shyness, Dean Sean Cunningham, Dean Marshall Hubert, Dean Kumar, and leaders of our respective schools and colleges, I present to you the BHA, BSA, BCSA, and BESA class of 2029. Let's hear it for them. Woo! Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the students from the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences please rise along with the dean and college leadership? Dean Shyness and college leaders, I present to you the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences class of 2029. Congratulations, everybody. Will the students from Information Systems program in the Dietrich and Heinz colleges please rise along with the deans and college leadership? Dean Martin, Dean Shyness, and college leaders, I present to you the Information Systems class of 2029. Congratulations, everybody. Please be seated. Will the students from the Mellon College of Science please rise along with the college leadership? Well done, well done. Dean Shin Cunningham and college leaders, I present to you the MCS class of 2029. Congratulations. Will the students from the School of Computer Science please rise along with the Dean and the school leadership? Dean Eber and school leaders, I present to you the CS class of 2029. Congratulations, SCS. But last but not least, will the students from the Tepper School of Business please rise along with the dean and college leaders? Dean Bajou and school leaders, I present to you the Tepper School of Business class of 2029. Congratulations, everybody. Once again, now please join me in welcoming all of our new students across all of our outstanding programs to Carnegie Mellon. Congratulations. CMU students, as you can see, there are plenty of people to get to know in the coming weeks and months. And to help you with this, if you run to me, if you run into Provost Garrett, your deans, members of the college leadership, faculty members on campus, stop and introduce yourself. We are excited to get to know you and eager to see the mark that you will make on our university community and on the world. So once again, members of the class of 2029 plus, congratulations and welcome to Carnegie Mellon. I'm going to hand it back over to Creighton, who will close out the program. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, President Jahanian. Class of 2029 plus, your passions brought you here, and they will carry you forward. In your time at Carnegie Mellon, you will challenge assumptions, take a few creative risks, and push yourself in ways you didn't think possible. There will be moments of doubt and setbacks, but also moments of discovery and sparks of inspiration. And through it all, you will be part of something bigger, rooted in a legacy 125 years in the making and growing stronger with every student who passes through. I would like to extend my thanks to President Jahanian, Provost Garrett, Dr. Fields Black, Francesca Kane, Reverend McCurry, deans, faculty, staff, friends, and everyone who made this program possible. Thank you, class of 2029 plus and new transfer students, for your participation today and throughout orientation. I look forward to experiencing these last few days of orientation with you and wish you the best as you embark on your CMU journeys. As our program comes to an end, members of the CMU Pipes and Drums will perform recessional music. We ask that you stand if you are able and remain in place until they depart. Thank you again, class of 2029 plus. I cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish here.
Take care of yourself.